Good evening, everyone. If we could just take our seats and settle down. We want to start the meeting right now. We are way behind schedule, so I ask that you respect the 2-minute rule. It is 6:53. We normally start at 6:30, and we have a lot of board business to attend to. My name is Alice Lowman, and I'm the proud chair of Community Board 5. You clap for that. And to my right, I have my compliance officer named Wilfredo Florentino. And to my left, I have Gina Watson, who is our treasurer, corresponding secretary. And then to Gina's left, we have Ro Johnson, who's the sergeant at arms. Can I ask that the board members that's sitting down raise your hands so that the community would know that you are on the board, and that if they have any issues that they could speak to any one of you as well. So can you guys raise your hands? These are your board members of CB5. And I'm going to ask that the board members come sit in the first 3 rows, because those seats are reserved for community board members. So if you could come into the first 3 rows, we would appreciate it. As you guys know, we take attendance in the beginning and also at the end. So that is something that we implemented so that we could keep each other honest, right? A lot of people come sign the log, get the roll call done, and then they sneak out. We have board business, and it's only right that we all stay until the end, especially board members. The community came out to hear what we have going on, and they may have issues or concerns, and we should be here to hear those issues or concerns. Also, thank you to Mr. Johnson, who has always provided us with the YouTube. So for those people that don't know, you go to CB5-ENY, and our meetings are on our YouTube page. For complete transparency, we want you to know that we're fighting for you each and every day, so this way you can see that we're not only just talking about it, that we are about it. So make reference of CB5-ENY, the YouTube page, make it one of your favorites, so that this way you can keep up and follow us as well. This way you can keep up with what we're doing here for you at CB5. Do we have any other elected officials so that they can sign? Where's my agenda? I got it. Yeah. So we're going to start with our roll call. We're going to start with the roll call, and then we're going to, here you go. We're going to ask for an approval of the agenda afterwards.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Alyssa Abernathy, Deborah Ack, Alfred Adams, Amiria Allen, thank you. Shani Bell, thank you. Nydia Bonifant, Vivian Bright, Alton Brown, Charles Bullock, Orisa Cameron, Natasha Cherry Perez, Juan Colon, thank you. Ethel Cooks, thank you. Rachel Ellison, thank you. Dwayne Faison, Miguel Feliciano, Anna Fisher. Wilfredo Florentino, present. Jessica Franco. Dwayne Frankson. Thank you. Odessa Finn. Jabril Gaskin. Aura Goodwin. Thank you. Andrea Granville. Jimmy Giddy. Thomas Hayes. Suzanne Jacobs. Thank you. Ebony Johnson. Amia Johnson. Rocklina Johnson. Thank you. Grace Jones Roberts. Darren Linson. Alice Lowman. Thank you. Andrada Mitchell. Judith Nareen. Kelly Pierre. Thank you. Evelyn Pugh. Alberto Ramos. Gracias. Tanisha Ritter Hudson. Thank you. Wilma Rivera. Thank you. Abdul Sattar. Albert Scott. Tanae Snuggs. Thank you. Isaiah Thomas. Luz Torres. Thank you. Emily Walker. Thank you. Monique Wallace. Thank you. Gina Watson. Tanina Wilkerson. Hazel Worley. Madam Chair, we have 21. We do not have quorum.
Okay, so we do not have quorum yet. So we need 5 more people. So we're going to go into the elected official reports. Okay. Jacqueline Reyes for Eric DeLon's office. You have something to say? Okay. Tell Mr. DeLon thank you, and we appreciate you being here. Kim Gills from Nikki Lucas' office, State Senator Nikki Lucas.
It's on? It's on? Okay. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming out tonight. I know it's a work night, but you being here shows that you care about the community, so we really appreciate it. I'm Kim Gill from the Office of Assemblywoman Nikki Lucas, and I just wanted to give a few updates from the office. We have a lot of events coming up. Firstly, our food pantry monthly. Come by our office, 425 New Lights Avenue, and bring your friend and family, anyone you know that's experiencing food insecurity. We'll have it from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., and you could just come by and take advantage of those resources. And tomorrow, we're actually having our second pre-screening and hiring fair in partnership with Congressman Jeffries and the Department of Labor. So tomorrow will be the pre-screening and interview prep, and next Thursday will be the direct hiring fair. So if you know anyone looking for a job, please come and take advantage of these resources. And last one we had over the summer, it had 400 people come, and it will be held at the Brooklyn Sports Club, by the way. So we look forward to seeing you and hearing what you have to say, and looking forward to see who gets hired this time as well. And we also just started a Starrett City listening tour, so we've been partnering with stakeholders and the community leaders in that residence and that development, and we wanted to make sure that we're listening to the concerns and individual issues they have so that we could better provide resources for them. And then we also have some more events like our turkey giveaway and our toy drive coming up, so please feel free to contact our office if you need assistance with anything. And thank you for having us. Bye.
Thank you, Ms. Gill. Next, we have Dom Alexander from New York City Councilmember Sandy Nurse's office.
How y'all doing, ladies and gentlemen? Come on, keep that energy up. That clap was light. Y'all know what we here for. But I'm gonna keep it short. I'm Dom Alexander, Director of Outreach for Councilmember Sandy Nurse with District 37. We're up the block on Pennsylvania between Atlantic and Fulton, 56 Pennsylvania. Please come check us out. The month of October is only appointment only. We're short of staff. Vanette will be back from maternity leave next week. We are excited. Constituent cases have been an overload. Real quick though, we bringing another $1 million into the community. It's participatory budgeting season. So right now we just asking folks to submit their ideas. Any ideas that you have that you would like to see being implemented in our community, please reach out to us so we can send you the link. You could go on Google, put participatory budgeting. It will lead you there, put in your ideas. It will go through a whole review process. Once it gets selected, we go all around the community, get people to vote, then it wins, money get pushed. We got Emily right there. She the talk of the town. She'll make sure she fill you in on that. But we're going to get y'all together. We also have a housing clinic happening. Every Thursday, first Thursday of the month, 1 to 4. There's a lot of housing issues that come to our office. Please come to our office and ask for help. A lot of people are waiting to the last minute till they get an eviction letter, till they're about to go into the shelter, till they get an illegal lockout. Do not wait. You got a notice 30 days ago. That's when you should be calling us, all right? Next up, I'm going to keep it moving. We got Citizens Now. We also got free immigration services that will be happening in our office. I can't see, I don't got my glasses. But that'll be happening in our office too. For some reason, this flyer don't have the specifics, but you reach out to me, I'll make sure I get you the details, all right? Just know that we got that stuff happening in the office. And one last thing, and then I'm out of here. Because we just got some calls today for veterans, and we actually putting together a veteran clinic at our office as well that will be happening every third Friday of the month starting November 21st, 10 a.m. Call our office to make appointments. If you know any veterans who need services, their benefits, please reach out to our office so we could get them on the list. Once again, y'all know what we do. Please call our office if you need any help with housing, legal services, landlord issues, any quality of life issues, sanitation, parking, dumping, etc., spilt milk, we got you. I love y'all. Have a good night. Take care.
Jackie Williams.
Good evening, everyone. I am Jackie Williams. I am a fellow resident of East New York, have been since 1973. My family was part of the first group of families to move into Starrett City. And over the years, I've been back and forth with school and work and everything. And every so often, I get the opportunity to stop in and visit with either community groups or various organizations. And so this evening, I'm bringing greetings from the court system. I'm a sitting judge in the court, down in the family court, elected to civil, and serving as an acting Supreme Court judge here in New York. I have been on the bench 19 years, and over the course of those 19 years, I've had the opportunity to serve the families of Brooklyn in the family court doing various types of cases. So I just wanted to bring those greetings and say hello because we do a lot of outreach, much more so than when I first started as a judge. At this point in time, hopefully, you are hearing more and more about the court's outreach into the communities, either through direct resource fairs or through invitations to come down and see some of the work and the operations of the court. We do intend to be able to answer questions from time to time. We cannot certainly answer legal questions. Most of us cannot do that. But we do have the opportunity to visit. We go out to churches, schools, and we have ongoing relationships with the schools to be able to mentor and provide a sense of community and connection to the work. And so I did just want to say hello. I thank the chair for allowing me to do so. And if you see me at, I was going to say if you see me at ShopRite, but but anyway, it is good to see this audience and to see such a youthful-looking audience, because we need that sort of energy and generation in the community, and it's great to be here. Thank you.
Next, we have Jonathan Betancourt from Congresswoman Nydia Velasquez's office.
Good evening, good evening. I'm sorry I just got here, a little flustered. But good evening, everyone. Good evening, Madam Chair. Good to see you. We're now on day 22 of a federal government shutdown. Right. This shutdown stems from a fight over health care funding, especially Affordable Care Act subsidies that help working families like here in East New York and Cypress Hills to afford health coverage. Democrats are fighting to protect ACA premium tax credits that lower health insurance for millions of Americans. These credits are set to expire at the end of this year, so if Congress does not act on this now, we will see premiums go up by 75% up to 90%. Healthcare is already unaffordable, and they want to make it even more unaffordable. So yeah, we are in day 22 of the shutdown, and the House GOP, the Republicans, do not want to address this at all. The Congresswomen and House Democrats are pushing to keep the government open, to reopen the government, but also to protect affordable health care. When it comes to impact on services that we all rely on, the government shut down, many services are being impacted. Social Security checks will continue, but application processing will have longer wait times. Social Security is already taking forever, so now that we're in a shutdown, please expect to be waiting for several hours. The VA, any veterans in the room, the VA hospitals and clinics will remain open. The USPS, the United States Postal Service, will still deliver mail. And essential workers, that's military, law enforcement, air traffic controllers, which we're seeing all across the country, delays. If you're going to travel, please keep that in mind. TSA, even congressional staffers, we will keep working without pay until the shutdown ends. Lastly, the most important, the state of New York is notifying those that receive SNAP benefits that their benefits may be delayed or may stop altogether come November. In closing, this shutdown is about defending our health care, and the Congresswoman's office remains open. So if you need any assistance with any of these federal agencies, feel free to call our office at 718-599-3658. On that note, I thank you. 718-599-3658. Good. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Michael Lambert. Michael Lambert.
Good evening, all. My name is Michael Lambert. I'm the Chief of Staff for Councilman Chris Banks, who unfortunately could not be here tonight. Good to be with the CB5 family. A few updates. First and foremost, and there's a pack of information in the back of the room. They all clipped together most of the forms. They're going to lead with this. So on October 31st, Halloween, we're doing a safe trunk or treat event on Vermont Street between Linden Boulevard and Stanley Avenue. Come out, see cars decorated with spooky attire and so forth, and get free candy in a safe environment for the children with other vendors. Community partners will be out there. Followed immediately at 6 o'clock, everyone remembers that Foodtown now has one of the theaters they kept intact. They're going to be screening Monsters, Inc. right after the trunk or treat at 6 o'clock on October 31st. Again, more free stuff for their friends and family. Come out for a good time. So that's the packet in the bag. But most importantly in that packet, a lot of you have probably seen this already. You may have gotten this in the mail from the City Council. So this Saturday, early voting begins, right? There's going to be a lot of stuff on the ballot for this particular election cycle. One of the most important things that may go overlooked is if you don't flip your ballot over, you're going to miss 6 ballot proposals that actually have a lot of impact on local decision makings for the most part. So one thing I want to bring to attention is this Friday right here in this room, in conjunction with Community Board 5 and the Office of Councilmember Sandy Nurse. Brother Paul's excited over there. And the City Council's Land Use Division, we're going to be holding a town hall. We've been doing those across the district to really inform people about ballot proposals, in particular 2, 3, and 4. So how many people here are familiar with the Broadway Junction project? How many people liked it when it first came out as it was? Okay? So what happened after people didn't like it the way it was? People started to speak up and talk to developers and so forth. Who did that? Brother Paul, who did that? And who else? And the council members, right? So if you follow the language in proposals 2, 3, and 4, it sounds really cool. We're going to shorten the land use process. We're going to make it like, really short and sweet. What they neglect to tell you is that be mindful of how they're shortening the process, because they're removing some of the say from the community board and the city council. So I can't tell you how to vote, right? Because I'm up here in my government capacity. But what I can tell you is if you vote yes, you could be limiting the input of the local community on a variety of measures, such as projects like the Broadway Junction project. If you vote no, that may not be of concern to you. So make sure, my main thing is, make sure you read this information, stay informed, ask questions. Definitely come out to Friday night's forum, 6 o'clock right here in this room. Not to be outdone by Councilman Nurse's office, we're also going to be offering veteran services starting on November 7th, the first Friday in November. So come out for that monthly service that's going to be available. We're also partnering with CUNY Citizenship Now to do a citizenship event. It's not going to be here in the district. It's going to be at the East Flatbush YMCA. That's on November 1st. There are flyers again for that in the back on your projects. A couple other things really quickly before I end. So there is a garbage bin reimbursement program which must be claimed by January 2026. I'm getting like the hook over here. But make sure you visit Department of Sanitation's website. Look out for a voucher that you may have already gotten in the mail if you purchased a bin from the city and want to get your money back. Some really quick budget updates and budget wins. Local in the district, PS 53 in Spring Creek got $250,000 for a sound booth. PS 149 Danny K, $50,000 for a laundry room. School of Future BK got $1.5 million for a gym and new library. PS 190 got $190,000 for a STEM lab. PS 224, $490,000 for a STEM lab. The New Lots Library, which is about to go massive renovation, was given $1 million by Councilman Banks. Bard High School for early college was given $200,000 for a computer lab upgrade. UCC Daycare got $1 million. Brookdale Hospital, $352,000. Gotham Health East New York, $2.15 million. So with that, I'm gonna take my cue from the chair. Have a good night and see everyone soon.
Next, we have Jessica Franco from State Senator Julia Salazar's office.
Good evening, everyone. It's always such a delight to be here, even though there's a debate going on. I think this is equally as important because this is where we learned what is happening in our community. So thank you so much for taking the time. Jessica Franco, District Director for State Senator Salazar. Because we're so close to the deadline, which is November 1st, I'm solely going to focus on cis and assist. If you received one of these solicitations, if you're tired of the phone calls and the text messages of investors and realtors constantly calling you and trying to get you to sell your house, please make sure that you fill out a survey. They look like this. We have them over in the front. Or make sure you give them to me. As I mentioned, the deadline is November 1st. We're trying to collect as much evidence to continue and extend the zone for another 5 years. We also want the zone to cover all of East New York. Right now, it only goes from Jamaica Avenue to Linden Boulevard. So please make sure that you reach out. Our hope is that we get the zone reestablished. Thank you so much. Have a good night, everyone.
Jacqueline Reyes.
Hello, good evening, everyone. I'm Jackie Reyes. I'm the Deputy Chief of Staff for Assemblymember Eric Martin Dillon. Our office is located at 366 Cornelia Street. Our phone number is 718-386-4576. Very quickly, Mr. Betancourt mentioned something about how food stamps, SNAP benefits are going to be affected. Our office did recently have a meeting with HRA. Anyone who does not have any dependents on their case may be affected. Any dependents on their case may be affected. The only exemptions are for people with health issues. So you can get an exemption from your doctor. If you receive a notice from HRA stating that you are an able-bodied individual and have to comply with any work requirements, please feel free to contact our office so that we can provide you some assistance. That's all. Thank you.
We'd like to invite the officers from the QT department to come up, please.
We could do better than that. Last month, when we had the meeting, I stated that we was going to reach out to the Q team and let them say exactly what it is that they do. The Q team replaced the NCOs. They had officers here last month, but I wasn't aware. But I'm glad that they're here this month. So I'm going to allow them to speak and give a little overview of what it is that the Q team does, and then I'll take a few questions. If you have anything sensitive to speak about, anything, drugs, a crime, or anything like that, I ask that you meet them in the back, because we all know that this is YouTube, right? And we are being recorded. So I just want everybody to be mindful for the safety of yourself. Please don't give pertinent information out during the recording, okay?
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sergeant Garcia Mendez, 75 Precinct, and I'm with Officer Phillips, 75 Precinct. We're basically the quality of life team. Basically, we deal with now 301 complaints from everything, dealing with cars blocking driveways, noise complaints, illegal vendors, all of that nature. We also deal with any complaints that you guys have with neighbors or anything, just complaints in general. We deal with that. We do have two teams, the daytime and then the night team. So we're basically operating almost 24 hours. So it could be 1 in the morning, you could still send in your complaint and an officer will take care of it as well. I'm gonna pass it over to Officer Phillips and he'll update you a little more.
Good evening, I'm Officer Phillips. I'm the Quality of Life Team admin. So pretty much, like my sergeant said, we just took over for the Quality of Life Team. We do, in the 7-5, the Quality of Life Team was a pilot program. We actually was one of the pilot programs that got the Quality of Life Team expanded across New York City. The 7-5 Precinct does have the fastest response time in quality of life responses, which is 22 minutes. That's for the whole 7-5. So any questions, comments, concerns, you can reach out to us in the back and we'll be glad to help you guys out.
So can you give the hours? I know you said it's almost 24 hours. So what's the hours that, like the day tour work, and what's the hours of the evening tour?
Sure. So the daytime, we operate from 10 a.m. till 6:35 p.m. And then the night team comes in at 5:30 p.m. till 02:05 in the morning. We're basically, one team is off Friday and Saturdays, and the other team is off Sundays and Mondays. Anyone have any questions for us? Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me. Can you come here so that we can hear you? To this microphone right here. Thank you. Right here to your right. If anybody else have a question for the Q team, could you come over here? Because I'm only going to take 2 or 3 questions, then we have two presentations that I have to attend to. So can you meet them in the back so that they can get your information?
Speak to you in the back, okay?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for coming and thank you for sharing. Anyone else have a question for the Q team? Thank you very much for coming. We look forward to seeing you at another meeting because, as I said earlier, the communication has to be open between the community board as well as the community.
Absolutely.
You know, the precinct council is one thing, but the community board is something totally different. We fall under the charter of New York City, and it's a city agency. So I would love to have a relationship with the Q team and community affairs because there's some people in this room that may have issues that may not come to the precinct.
Right.
You know, so thank you very much for coming, and I look forward
Before
to
we go, I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm just going to pass my number out if you guys want to jot it down. Any complaints, you guys could text me or call me. It's going to be 917-327-4409. Again, it's 917-327-4409. My name is Sergeant Garcia Mendez.
Thank you so much. My apologies. Go ahead.
All right, I'll pass out my number as well. It's going to be 917-514-5772.
Hello.
917-514-5772.
And your names again, please, for everyone? Your names again for everyone?
Oh, Officer Phillips.
Sergeant Garcia Mendez.
Thank you. Thank you both.
And lastly, we have Renee Trotman from Assemblymember Latrice Walker's office.
Good evening, everyone. As you know, Saturday is the first day of early voting, so that's Golden Day. It's the last day that you can register to vote if you're not registered, and the first day to vote. So we are having a Golden Day activation. It's going to be virtual this time. If anyone would like to participate in that, it's going to be this Saturday from 10 to 2. You can just do an hour or 2 hours. And that URL is tinyurl.com/golden with a capital G, so GOLDEN, day with a capital D, so DAY 2025. And it is case sensitive. As always, we have our meetings every third Saturday at 400 Rockaway Avenue on the second floor at 10 a.m. And if you have any young folk that live in NYCHA Section 8 in the Brownsville Ocean Hill area, they're accepting applicants for their second cohort of NYCHA Youth Build, which is teaching people to have a career path on construction, as well as help to get their GED. That's between the ages of 17 to 24. For that, you can call NYCHA Reese's office, which is 718-289-8100. And lastly, Thanksgiving is coming up, so anybody in need that lives in our community, you can call our office to request a turkey. That number is 718-342-1256. And as always, we'll be feeding the seniors on Thanksgiving that morning at 11 a.m. So you can also call the office for more information on that, or to make a reservation to join us for Thanksgiving dinner. Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to start with our presentations. We have NYC Economic Development Corporation, EDC, and you're going to give an update on the Public Plaza project. Thank you.
Good evening. My name's Gigi Lee. I'm from the New York City Economic Development Corporation, from their Government and Community Relations team. Always happy to be back at CB5. We are here today to introduce a new cohort of consultants that are moving this project forward. So we are now moving into the phase where we are going to start better understanding the infrastructure, really start looking at design. And so in a little bit, each of the different teams will tell you what their role is in the project. We are passing out for board members just a quick deck. Just very quickly, the city and the MTA announced a $500 million funding allocation to reimagine Broadway Junction. And the part that we're focusing on today is $130 million in public realm, 2 new public plazas totaling about 1 acre of new open space, as well as streetscape and pedestrian safety improvements along Van Sinderen Avenue and Broadway. And then, of course, the MTA portion is the upgrades around the L train entrance, as well as 7 new elevators as part of the Broadway Junction subway station. You may remember the EDC team was here previously doing info sessions, implementing a public realm survey. We were in this room doing a public workshop as well. And so we are now pleased to introduce to you our consultants on our plaza team, as well as for the streetscape improvement team. So they'll come up, introduce themselves, and speak a little bit to their area of expertise and how they're contributing to this project, as well as some of the next steps that they'll be undertaking to move this project along.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kelly Tufts with Langen Engineering. We are the civil engineers for the Broadway Junction Plaza project. Tonight I have with us Hargrave Jones, Jing Fan, who is our design partner and landscape architecture lead for the project. And then also I have with us from Hive Public Space, Preeti Patel, and Alexa Gonzalez sitting somewhere in the back. Raise your hand. All right.
Good evening. One second.
Yes.
I'm going to ask that the movement and the talking cease, because we really can't hear what it is that they're saying, and we're missing some valuable information. So if you could let them get through their presentation, if you have something to discuss, please step out, but I don't expect board members to step out. Board members should stay seated, and the community, if you have something to discuss with the police or others, you could step outside, but I just need the board members to pay attention to what they're talking about, because Broadway Junction is a big project. in our community that we're keeping our eyes on the prize about, right? So we need to hear what it is that they're saying so that if we have any questions, comments, or concerns, we can make note of it and get it back to them. But if people are talking and not paying attention, we won't hear what they're saying. We might miss something. So I apologize.
Oh, no, thank you. And then with Hive, Priti Patel and Alexa Gonzalez are our community engagement leads. So you'll be seeing a lot more of them in public workshops and here at the community board. So for the plaza project limits on slide 5, you can see the extents of what we're calling the plaza. This is essentially the segment of Fulton Street and Van Sinderen, adjacent to the Callahan Kelly Playground. This is the area where the current NYPD building is, so obviously we're looking to re-envision that plaza and try to obviously improve the space. And then the other segment of the plaza we're calling the Van Sinderen Plaza and Van Sinderen Plaza Extension. That is the segment along Van Sinderen down to Herkheimer Street. And with that, I'll hand it over to Jean Feng from Hargraves to talk a little bit about the takeaways from previous engagement.
Good evening. So as EDC mentioned, there have been a lot of community engagement happened over the past several years. So we heard what community's concerns, the priorities, and the desire to see the project moving forward. We also learned what matters the most for the community, a safe, welcoming environment, ADA accessible, more green, more trees, better lighting. A lot of these will be factored into our design. So we are very excited to kick off the project, collaborating with Langen and then the streetscape team, and we look forward to work with the community to improve the area.
Hi, everyone. I just want to run through some brief next steps to expect from us. Over the next few weeks and months, we'll be revisiting those ideas that Jing just talked about. We're going to make sure those priorities that emerge from past engagement are clear and the goals are clear. The Langen team, the design team, will be out on the site doing due diligence work, surveys, field investigations, and research. And then our team will be organizing some really fun, creative workshops and activations so that we can ensure that your voice is going to be continued to be heard and that it's really guiding and shaping the design and programming of this plaza. And with that, I'll hand it over to the streetscape team.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Jocelyn Rothstein. I am a senior project manager at NV5, who will be the design lead for the streetscape project. And we will be working with EDC and DOT to deliver 2 streetscapes to you in the Broadway Junction area. I'll be working with the lighting practice, who will be working on enhancing the lighting design, Hardesty and Hanover, who will work on helping us bring on a contractor and a design builder. As well as Grain Collective and the Youth Design Center that will focus on our community engagement. Our 2 streetscapes are on Broadway from Truxton to Jamaica Avenue, as well as Van Sinderen from Fulton to Atlantic. And I will be speaking on behalf of Grain tonight because they were unable to make it, but we have heard, very similar to what Langen mentioned, what the community is looking for, and our priority, particularly for streets, is safety and accessibility. So that will be our main focus, and we are here for you because we want to know what you want to see. So if there's anything else that hasn't already been told to us, please let us know. We're very much in the preliminary stages of our project. We are collecting data, getting a survey, doing a traffic study, and then we'll be utilizing that to develop some conceptual designs, and then we will be back to present these conceptual designs to you for your input.
And that is it, and we are happy to answer any questions.
Any board members have questions? 1 second, board members first. Any board members have questions? Mr. Ramos, Brother Paul. Board members, please step up to the mic. Ma'am, you don't have to leave. Okay.
Good evening. I guess you can hear me anyway. I've been quite familiar with this project from when you first presented. Our concerns have always been about the effects that you're talking about, streetscape and lighting, but with this totem project that's being built in Broadway Junction, and we always had a concern about the environmental impact where they're proposing buildings that are 30 stories or more and the shadows that they cast. You're talking about lighting, but these buildings are 30 stories cast a shadow that's a quarter mile. And so most of those buildings are going to be to the east of what you're building. Sun rises in the east and sets in the west. So most of the day, your plazas will be in a shadow. So what is the environmental impact you've taken for that? Also, number two, dealing with the parking and our concerns around that area, with all this congestion that keeps popping up around there. Everybody wants to build there. And I heard you mention the $500 million, but that's part of a project that's ADA accessibility. It had nothing to do with you. It came out of our concerns here and needs assessment for 15 years. So when you mention that 80, that's for the betterment of all these communities, not about EDC and their plan. So we have to make sure we do a clear distinction about what you're doing and what this community deserves and fought for. But again, my concern is the parking, is the shadow, and lastly, that PD building. Is that going to be a jail or what is it going to be there? Our concerns about what are you building in our community, please be clear. Thank you.
So, I think, thank you for your questions. We have been working with both MTA and NYPD, as well as council members' nurses' office, to address some of the illegal parking up on the sidewalks. There have been some NYPD operations that have happened recently to tow and to identify more clearly who the perpetrators of those of that illegal parking is, and I'm told that those will continue. As to the new Transit 33 building, it is not a jail. It is primarily going to be for the officers that serve in that borough transit, for them for locker rooms, meeting space, community space. There will be holding cells as in the building, as by regulation there is required to be. We will come back to this board and this body as that design process continues. We are committed to doing that. And then around shadows and environmental study, hold on. Yeah, I think we, it's not part of the environmental study per se, but understand how they are interrelated, and we will keep that in mind, and I'm going to get back to you on that when I can better understand how we incorporate any sort of future development and sunlight into the design of our project.
Before, I know Mr. Ramos, you want to say something? But before you say something, you could go over there. I want to say to EDC that I think it's a little disrespectful for you guys to come here now and have to come back again. We already voted down what you spoke about. We voted it down at the borough board because you guys have not showed us a plan. We saw the first floor, and it's going to be 4 floors. And you guys have not showed us anything, but you're saying there's not going to be a jail. You're saying it's going to be holding cells. You're saying it's going to be community space. But why can't you show it to us? Why can't you show us what's going to be in that building? It is our taxpayers' dollars. It's our money. And you're not showing us anything. To me and to the board, we feel you're putting a jail in our background. Here it is, we've been asking. You went to borough board, we said no. You came back now giving us an update. You're not giving us an update. There's nothing you said tonight that you didn't say before. So please, with the parking, illegal parking, it is NYPD. It is NYPD that is parking on the sidewalks at Broadway Junction. They don't need to do a task about that. The cars are marked. And I think by you coming here saying that tonight, and I'm sorry, I'm passionate, I'm getting a little upset, but I don't want nobody to come here and think we're a bunch of fools. We're not a bunch of fools. We know what's going on, and you're not gonna rock us to sleep. So please, when you come back with some real information. Come back with the shadowing. Come back with what's gonna be on the other 3 floors in that building. Not that we're gonna have community space. Well, who's gonna use the community space? Is it gonna be open for us for free? Can we have meetings there? What is the capacity of it? Is it gonna be 25 people, 100, 500? What is it going to be? You're saying things that you think we wanna hear, but we don't wanna hear none of what you're saying because you're not telling us anything. I apologize, community. I apologize. As your leader, I am not gonna sit here and act like that I'm co-signing it. I'm not co-signing something that I cannot, with a straight face, tell the people of the community of what's really gonna be in that property. So we all have to get together. Maybe we need to do a petition. Maybe we need to do a petition starting by the community board and have the elected officials and just ordinary folk speak about what it is that's gonna be in that building. It's our money, taxpayers' dollars that's being used for that building for NYPD. Mr. Ramos, I'm sorry. You can go.
Thank you. Very well said. My question was about not illegal parking, but parking itself. You know, we need space to park if you're going to be building those big plans there. Okay, that's my concern, the parking. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, so I've been here several times and I am aware of the concerns and the position of this board. The project has received the required approvals to move forward. And so it is an obligation that we have made that we take very seriously to come and present to you at certain milestones, such as introducing consultants who will help in things like delivering a design and answering questions on how design choices are made and based on what information and what research. I'm happy to bring the NYPD and the team that's designing the NYPD folks back here. That is not something that I am equipped to speak to today because the building is not done being fully designed yet. It is in a conceptual design phase in process. So it is, I hear your frustration and I understand it, and you guys made it very clear in your resolution where you stand. It is not, I just want to be clear that it is not that we have the information and we're not sharing it. It's that that information and the design is not complete. And so those answers just do not exist at this moment.
So you said that y'all moving on with it, you got the approval. So who did you get the approval from, and who can we speak to see the inside of that building? You got the approval already, so you're coming back to give us an update of what?
We had an approval to proceed to design, to move forward with the land use portion of it, so that we know that we can now proceed to design.
And my question again is your design. If you're paying for a design, you know what's going to be in the building. So if you know what's going to be in the building, why aren't you sharing it?
I think I've answered the general uses. I can't tell you when you walk into the building, if you make a left, it will be these rooms, or if it's a right, it'll be these rooms. So, again, I'm happy to take it back and work with you to bring the right people in to show you where we are now. That's just not something I'm prepared to do today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, EDC, for your presentation. Thank you very much. Oh.
Hello, hi, my name is Jabril Morris. I just had some brief questions and some comments knowing the area.
Can you state who you are? Your name?
Jabril Morris. First, starting off, thank you for deciding to work on the project. Thank you for deciding to help our neighborhood, and hopefully you listen to us on how we want that help received. Seeing the playground on this schematic, it showed that the playground was being extended, which was very misleading to me on that first part. Now hearing that there might be some holding cells in there as well, I'm curious if there's,
Sorry, go ahead, please continue.
I'm curious to know what's going on with the precinct and the space that the NYPD has in Broadway Junction currently, if that's also going to be redesigned, and then after that, what's their capacity? Like, what are they trying to do? How much people are they trying to hold in these holding cells? If that's the case, how much space is going to be designed specifically for justice and incarceration at that new center? Then secondly, on the Van Snyder space, that space is underneath the train tracks. That's just something to be really mindful of. Like, stuff drips down from there every day. We don't want kids playing underneath that. If it is going to be an open space for kids or something like that, and that's really it. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. So the transit police station that is currently embedded in part of Broadway Junction, that is being taken down as part of the ADA expansion of the subway station. And we are relocating it 2 blocks away, and that is the new transit police building that the chair is referring to. So there is no increase in staffing or capacity. It is a direct transfer of what the current capacity is in that transit police borough patrol, because they serve a couple lines on the subways. And so, again, I don't have the exact square footage or the number of cells. I'm told by NYPD those are highly regulated in design, and again, I'm happy to come back with them so that they can explain it to you.
And just one final comment to that. Thank you for that piece of information. Being somebody that used to be a kid and used to get in trouble a lot by Broadway Junction, most of the time it's usually truancy, with kids just skipping schools in that area. And I could definitely say a hard time for me growing up was being in a cell with an adult while just being a kid going through truancy. If there is something that could be in the design for that, to have that separation of space, that would be something that I think we could all get behind.
Thank you.
Thank you for that.
That was a question that was asked at a previous hearing, and minors and adults are separated.
I'm sorry, I'm not gonna go back and forth with you and her.
Thank you.
With EDC, because before I let Board Member Johnson and this gentleman speak, I want to say I recall at a meeting at land use, and you guys said that District 33 was not going to be disbanded, that they was going to keep it open for with a few office spaces in there.
Oh, yes, there will be their headquarters is going to move, a majority of their services are going to move into the new building, but they will still have a presence within the actual Broadway Junction subway station.
So it's 2 jails. That's exactly what we're gonna have 2 jails at Broadway Junction. What I am gonna say is that we need to get with our elected officials, Council Member Nurse, Dom, we need to speak with you, your office, along with, I don't know if Mike is still here, with Council Member Chris Banks' office, because we got to get to the bottom of this. Well, the borough president as well. But we have to get to the bottom of what's really going to be at Broadway Junction. It's such a contradiction of what's being said at land use and what's being said here in front of everybody. And I know I heard them say at land use that they was keeping the precinct at Broadway Junction open for 10 spaces, something with 10, right? But now they hear a little while ago that wasn't gonna be. I'm not understanding. And I'm not gonna go back and forth for her to answer. I'm reaching out to our elected officials. We need help. We need help on this matter. This is taxpayers' dollars. So we need help on this matter. The community board can speak for the community, but our council people are the ones that deal with legislation and stuff. We need help on this. Ms. Johnson.
This was always framed as an NYPD facility and not a transit. It was said Transit 33 would be in there, but it was framed as an NYPD facility. So what I would like to know is what other NYPD divisions will be housed in that building. And I just want to add that this was voted down in this forum. It was voted down at the borough board meeting. And so for you guys, I understand you got your approvals, but for you to go and just steamroll the community, it's very disrespectful. And to use our tax dollars to do it, it's very disrespectful, and we will not forgive it.
So this is the last question for EDC, and then we're going to move on.
Hello, my name is Lionel Manigal. I'm a card applicant for a cannabis dispensary that's opening up, right? And now, before y'all understand where I'm coming from, I understand design. Before I got the license, I'm a UX UI developer from NYCDA, right? I grew up in East New York, Brooklyn all my life, and I understand about racial profiling, and that's what Broadway Junction was as a kid growing up, right? And the only reason why I'm talking about this, right, I think the question is not necessarily, this is also for the community board and you, the question is not what is being built, who is making the decisions, because why are you developing and spending all this money, taxpayers' dollars from the community, and then the community is not even having a say of what is being developed? Because like knowing and not knowing is a big difference. Asking is a lack of power. Knowing and deciding is a position of power. And being that you're using taxpayer dollars, that should be a decision of the community. So I ask you, ma'am, who is making the decision to even allow them to spend $500 million of the taxpayers' dollars on the potential prison of people like me who went through hell just to change their life of not knowing? When you got people like Mr. Mitchell and Chris Banks, who I did nonprofit work with the inner city youth of the community of East New York, fighting to change kids' perception, to change their reality, right? Who's that? What's that question is? Thank you.
Thank you for your comment. I know that's right. That's a disclaimer right there. I know that's right. But what I'm saying is that we need both of you guys to work together so that we can get this right. Okay. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mr. Lambert. You can answer the question, EDC, and then we're going to pull up the next presentation.
I I can come back to you with all the NYPD related questions. I'm not NYPD, and I don't want to share incorrect information.
Thank you.
Thank you for your
all
time.
Thank you for your time. Monotna and Sky Aponte. The training program for UV development.
Good evening, everybody. That's a tough act to follow. But honestly, the passion is really great to see. Democracy at work. Happy to be here. Don't be sorry. Well, thank you for having us. This is our fourth time coming to the community board meeting. My name is Jeremy Kirkostas. I work with Monadnock Construction. We are working on the CCC development on Pennsylvania and Flatlands Avenue. I oversee the construction of the first two phases that are currently ongoing. Part of the project that we have is community workforce development. When we came to the neighborhood to build affordable housing for the community, we wanted to invest in the community and take people from the community, teach them important skills and jobs, bring them onto our job sites, have them work, and ultimately the end goal was to create careers that they can carry on after this project is done. So my role has basically been working with the contractors that we hire to explain the program, bring people on, and basically do our best to help make them successful workers on the job site, members of the community, and hopefully have careers for a long time to come. So we're getting ready to start the second program, which Sky was instrumental on the first phase, and she's just going to walk you through what we have set up, what we have planned, and any questions that you guys have, we'd be happy to answer. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeremy. So I'm Sky Aponte. I'm the Workforce Development Manager with Monadnock Construction, and I'm here to talk to you all about the second cohort that launched this week. So I have the applications up and flyers at the back of the room that I brought over, but I want to go into a little bit detail about the curriculum and who we've partnered with. So for the training, the SST training and the construction skills training, so the National Accredited Curriculum Core will be done with Cypress Hills Local Development Corp, and then the SST with Man Up Inc. There'll also be supplemental on-site trainings led by our subcontractors, as Jeremy said. I just want to, the idea behind this is that when a student meets a potential employer, it can be a great time to have that networking that typically you don't see in a lot of workforce programs. You get referrals, the hiring agent doesn't know who they are, it can become a barrier. So the idea behind this was when we noticed, well, when our employers are meeting these students, when they're becoming more cooperative to the mission, we see greater success. And success in numbers, I'll give you the numbers from the last cohort that we ran. I had 18 graduates. I placed 11 of my students around. And thank you. CB5 was at the graduation. It's great to see you again. It's something that I love to do, and you really see the proof. The proof is there. Anyway, I won't get too carried away. We are taking referrals from all over the community. That's why I'm here tonight with the flyers, and I guess I'll be kind of doing a campaign around the area. I'll be with Man Up at a job fair next week, and I'll be in contact this entire time of the vetting process. Applications do close December 15th, so it's quite a long time. We're doing our interviews and our vetting on a rolling basis, so you apply, you might hear from me next week. That's how it's going to be, up until we close.
Do you have a flyer that you can share
Yes.
with the office? Because we can send it out on Friday when we do our Friday blast.
Yes.
Thank you.
And it'll be in an email too. This is it. It's back there. Do you guys have any questions? I don't want to like ramble. I'm not too sure what else I should talk about. The program is great. It's a great opportunity. It's about building a career in construction. Yes, sir.
What are the minimum requirements for someone to engage in public education?
Oh, great. 18 and up, you do not need a GED. I'm sorry? Oh, yes. Yes, so you do not need a GED. You do not need a high school diploma. It's 18 or up. In good health standing, able to pass a drug test for safety reasons. No, you will earn a national credited construction certificate along with your OSHA 30 and your SST 40. So the SST 40 and the OSHA 30 is mandatory for New York City, but the NYSERC core you can take anywhere. So if you want to leave New York, that's a national certificate.
Yeah, so New York City has, I don't need the mic. So New York City has criteria and certificates that you need to work on a job site. And it's one of those things that if you've been in the business for a long time, you get them periodically, and it's a little easier. To start out is hard. So what we're trying to do is basically put everything into one program, where if somebody comes and they put the time in for a month instead of spending a ton of money and going to classes, they could knock it out. And the idea is when they're done, they're able to walk on to any job site in New York City and show DOB that they have the criteria to be allowed to work. And then to Sky's earlier point, the contractors that we have on the job are invested in the program. They help us put together the curriculum. So they're there teaching somebody carpentry skills, electrical, HVAC, whatever it is, and they're working with somebody, and they might see someone, and it happened in the first program, that person had a lot of potential. We want that person on our company, and all the contractors are, they kind of see what everything is in the field, and if the guy's a good worker, the girl's a good worker, they're going to go on to the next job. That's the ultimate goal.
I've been with this. I know a couple of your graduates now.
Yeah. Oh, I got so nervous. I forgot to talk about other stuff that are in the program.
So
Professional development. Ooh.
No, I'm sorry. I just want to say the same thing Brother Paul said, right? Monotna has been a great partner with CB5.
Thank you.
And I see you back there, Mr. Wilkins. You can come up and say your speech, because he made a comment tonight. You ain't going to tell me my time is up, are you, Ms. Lowman? So you can come and speak. But I want to say publicly, Monotna have been a great partner with CB5. And even when I didn't get the information from you guys, Mr. Wilkins kept me in the loop as far as the graduation and the people that graduated through your program. So I just want to say publicly, thank you very much for being a stand-up group of developers. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair Lowman. And yes, it really comes from Pastor Bernard. And Pastor Bernard made a promise. He said he wants to create not 100 jobs, he wants to create 100 careers. And he tasked us to really figure that out. And one of the jewels of this program, which Sky just alluded to, is the national certification. You can go anywhere in the country with this training. One thing I do want to underscore is the fact, yes, if you don't have a GED, but there's also an aptitude where we really worked with a lot of the individuals on the first cohort so they could pass the test to move on to their OSHA training. This is an amazing opportunity. This is a game changer, and it's up to us to get the word out to find the next cohort, because as you know, the first cohort, if they didn't succeed, then we wouldn't be here tonight. And it's a tremendous spend that's being engaged in. So thank you, but let's find our next generation of cohort men and women that can participate in a project and build up our community.
Hi, I just wanted to add one item outside of the workforce development. I'm Simeon Mala from Gotham Organization. We're partnered with Christian Cultural Center and Monadnock Development on the Innovative Urban Village project. Thank you for the CB5's continued support. I just want to note that construction-wise, the first two buildings that went into construction last year have topped out. We anticipate completion next summer. So we'll be in touch on the application process for those first 386 units. We anticipate the application process to start somewhere around March. And then the second 453 units, we're in the hole on that, and we'll be finishing up in summer of 2027. So there'll be a rolling process from there, and we're starting design on the next phases of the project, which will particularly include the central quad publicly accessible. With the future phases will contain the 200 senior units and the 100 home ownership units. What's that?
And also for the chair, there's going to be a 4-story parking garage, because I know how you feel about parking. We got you.
Can you go to the microphone so we can hear you?
The age limit? If there was an age limit? I wouldn't say that we've ever put an actual age, because we don't want that to be a barrier. It's more about your capacity to do the heavy lifting of 75 pounds. Yes, the students from my last cohort, 18, 69. I had a student that was 69. So it's the physical capacity. Able to work, able-bodied. That is a part of the training. I also want to add financial literacy as part of the training, and that's extremely important. That's not small.
So, is there any other board members that have any questions for Manat? Thank you.
Well, thank you for your time. Thank you for your partnership.
We're going to go into community voices because we do not have quorum. We're missing one person. We're shy one for quorum. So we're going to go into community voices.
All right, once you hear your name, please come on up. You will have 2 minutes. There is a clock in front of you that will count you down as soon as you start speaking. First name on the list is Annalisa Defoe. Y'all can do better than that. Let's welcome her up.
Good evening. So today I'm here to talk about the Village Grills.
1 second, please, Annalisa. Can we keep the background noise to a minimum so we can give our community members the respect they deserve? Go ahead, Ms. Defoe.
All right, good evening, everyone. So today I'm here again to talk about the Village Grill's upcoming Kwanzaa Festival, but today I do have a bit more of a development from last month. We are hosting our first Kwanzaa event for a talent show, really called the NIA Scholarship Competition. And we are looking for participants who are high school age and are looking to pretty much, if they have any talent in vocal, instrumental, oratory, which is like public speaking, visual arts, or dance, we're looking for any participants. And we're going to basically do like a pre-screening after someone sends a 1-minute presentation of what they can do. We will enter them into the competition if we're able to. And for each category, there should be one winner of each category. We're looking to do a bit of a scholarship monetary donation to them, or essentially reward them for their pursuit of purpose. So I'm looking for resources, I'm looking for stakeholders, and I'm looking for partners to help us actualize this and make it as phenomenal as possible. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next, Jabril Morris. Okay, moving right along, Kevin Raymond. Kevin Raymond.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kevin Raymond. This is my first community board meeting of the year, so I'm very happy to be here. I work for an organization called LINK, Literacy and Community. We're working to solve the literacy crisis in East New York and around the city. We work primarily, the Brooklyn team works in East New York, and we work through partner sites to provide free workshops for kids age 0 to 5 and parents and caregivers as well. Our program is growing, but we really need partner organizations, elected officials, and just anybody who knows people who could use our services to find out about them. Again, they're free programs, both virtual and in person. They run year-round. I don't have any flyers right now. I left my card in the back table. If you want to grab one or you know somebody that might need our services, please grab one. And that's it. Thank you and have a great night.
Next, we have Joe Neal. Joe Neal.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Julia Neal. It seems like every time I stand before this board, I'm asking you to vote no on something. And I want to say thank you to Chair Lowman because I was actually head snapping in the back and falling asleep, and that passion woke me up. And it actually was a perfect segue into what I'm about to ask you to vote no on. So ballot proposals 2, 3, and 4 would take away the voice that Chair Lowman just tried to give to this board, that some of the other people that asked questions of EDC would be trying to do for the board. She asked that we work with the elected officials, escalate it because EDC is not answering us. If 2, 3, and 4 pass, the same way 2, 3, and 4 from last year passed, that would eliminate the council's voice. So coupled on to last year, which says the council now has to say, oh, this is how we're going to pay for things. They have to show the financials of their requests. Coupled with this, no voice at all. And then the second thing I wanted to talk about, also number 6 as well, with combining all of our elections into 1 year. How many of you actually fully understand ranked choice voting and how it works? By show of hands. There's like 8 people with their hands raised. That's not enough to actually understand how ranked choice voting works, especially in the primary, and now you're talking about combining 2 different primaries with 2 different types of voting requirements. How many of you can actually foresee the number of presidential and congresspeople ballots that are going to be discarded because people aren't paying attention and reading, oh, only select 1, versus with the city elections, select up to 5 and rank them all at the same time? Are they going to give us 2 different ballots? Is it going to be side A and then side B, side A for our federal offices and our state offices, side B with just the city? And how many of you actually read the instructions on your ballot, or you just go in knowing what you're voting for? Show of hands, seriously, how many read? I'm gonna be honest, I don't read it. I know what I'm going in to do. So if I know I'm going in for my city offices, I can rank up to 5. If I know I'm going in for federal, it's just 1. And that's it. No 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm nobody. I can tell you to do that.
We're going to segue into, we're having a meeting on Friday, October 24th, here at 127 on the 3rd floor about the ballot proposals. So please share the information, bring a neighbor, bring a friend, and come out for that meeting.
Jabril Morris.
Hello all, my name is Jabril Morris. I'm a member of East New York community, and I'm also a program supervisor at Campbell Workforce. I know we've been talking a lot about the government shutdown and the pausing of resources that's going to be happening, and also what's going to be happening with SNAP benefits and what that means for us. I wanted to share that we do have workforce training programs here in East New York. We're at 475 Fountain Avenue, Monday to Friday. We're usually open late nights as well. I could attest to that because I'm going to be the person that's there late nights. We offer security guard training that's coming up by the end of the year. The security guard training is scheduled for November 10th to the 14th. It's an in-person training. We are also in need of people who are interested in HVAC training, heating and ventilations and AC systems. If you know anyone that's interested in that kind of training, please let me know. I don't have any flyers with me, but I have my digital business card, and I have the QR code that you could share with them for the interest form. Finally, an update with the SNAP benefits. I reached out to the controller. We talked about what it means and what is going to happen when we transition into the SNAP benefits changing. One super thing that I wanted to share with people, you could still have your benefits for 6 months while you're having meaningful employment. if it's your first time, right? So what that means is if it's your first time now getting a job and you have benefits, for those first 6 months, you're allowed to collect your benefits and work full-time simultaneously. I know that we're about to be going through some challenging times, and I just wanted to share those resources with you guys. Have a great night.
Thank you. Sky Aponte. Sky Aponte. Venus. Is there a Venus? Thank you. I was not going to attempt your last name. My apologies.
Scantlebury. Yes. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to the chair. My name is Venus Scantlebury. I am Brooklyn Outreach for the New York City Civilian Complaint Review Board. I'll be very brief because it is late and it's cold. We are a city agency that investigates police misconduct independently. We serve as civilian oversight of the NYPD. That means that we investigate allegations of force, abuse of authority, discourtesy, and offensive language, as well as racial profiling / bias-based policing and sexual misconduct. So we have a vast jurisdiction. I left some brochures in the back. If anyone, Angus is holding up, thank you, brother. If anyone wants to, grab a brochure and just learn more. We also do Know Your Rights workshops. I'm usually the one that's conducting them in Brooklyn. We go over street encounters with police, the jargon that they may use. We go over your rights, your responsibilities, and what misconduct may look like. So if anyone thinks they would benefit from a Know Your Rights workshop, please reach out to me. I would love to do a Know Your Rights workshop for the Public Safety Committee. I did one for the Youth Education Committee last year, so thank you, Ms. Natasha. I will leave my number with you. Well, actually, I have one more announcement. We have a Youth Advisory Council. The applications are opening up next month. This is a council made up of young leaders between 10 to 18 that wants to be more civically engaged, wants to know more about the political system, and bridge the gap between the police and the community. We really aim to make sure that they know you can be civically engaged, not just by being an attorney or an investigator. They work with our social medias department, so they do really great work. They did a radio station ad for iHeartRadio, so they're doing really good work and they're being ambassadors. I will leave my information because I got 2 seconds, 917-742-4098. Thank you and have a good night.
Thank you so much. Diana Barnes. Diana Barnes.
Hello and good evening. Let me first start by saying, wow. This is my first visit to the Community Board 5 meeting, but I can assure you it will not be my last. Thank you. I am Diana Barnes, and I am the Program Director for United Community Centers Daycare Division under the Cypress Hills Local Development Corporation. We serve children ages 2 through 5 years, and we are in need of children. There's another component of this, while we don't have the numbers we need, but I'm going to bring that up later on at the meeting. So I am looking for children. I'm also looking to identify children in that age group who are still at home for various reasons, whose parents may want to bring them into the center for 2 to 4 hours a week just for socialization and other outreach things. But to let you know, we give 3 hot meals a day. They don't have to pay for their food at our program. We have a Haitian, a Puerto Rican, and a Trinidadian cook, so our food is good. We have a lot of other programs going on. And again, thank you for this time, and I will have some brochures in the back if permissible. Thank you.
And welcome, and thank you for coming out to our meeting, and we expect to see you again.
Terrell Belfield. Terrell Belfield.
How's everybody doing? I'll be quick as well. So the main topic we've heard about is a lot of civic engagement. We know that this year is super important to vote. So we already know about Friday, that's the event that's happening here, knowing about the ballots. I'm also going to do an event on Thursday. It's going to be at the Youth Design Center. So the EDC that was up here, they're partners with them. It's a youth center, creative center that's out here in East New York. So register to vote, learn about the 6 ballots. I'm also going to be having a photo shoot or headshots. So I'm going to be giving out free headshots for everybody who does come. If you're a small business owner or somebody who is a creative entrepreneur, anything, you have a LinkedIn, I'll do some LinkedIn evaluations as well. So want to give back to the community. Civic engagement is super important. And so just number one, make sure you turn the ballot over. Anybody you see, flip the ballot over, and make sure that if you don't get to my event, go to the one on Friday, look it up online, make sure you educate yourself. Saturday is the last day to vote, the last day to register to vote. Saturday is also the first day that you can start to vote. So just make sure, and like everyone said, ballot numbers 2, 3, 4, and 6 are no's. I'm nobody either, so I can say that as well. But thank you all.
Thank you. Kelly Tufts. Kelly Tufts. Haley Kim.
Yes. Hi, good evening. I'm Haley Kim, and I'm here on behalf of the East New York Coalition for Community Advancement. Today, I am really interested in seeing how many of the people in this room are homeowners in the area. Thank you. And how many people have experienced people coming to your door, knocking on your door, calling, emailing, texting, asking you to sell your home? How many of you would like it to stop? How many of you have signed up for a cease and desist? Okay, so the deadline for that is coming up. It's November 1st for new registrations, but we are holding an event tomorrow to mail out surveys that we've collected and complaint forms that we've collected from people who are either outside of the current zone or have already registered but continue to receive harassment. I'm more than happy to help anyone who would like to register. This is a big last effort. This is a zone that's going to protect you from harassment. It also helps people stay in their homes. We want to make sure that East New Yorkers are safe, and we've also found that the people most targeted by harassment are either elderly or women. So, especially given the fact that the last time there was an uptick in harassment was after a big development, and right now there is an impending major development coming to Broadway Junction, we want to make sure that people are not reacting after they start receiving harassment again, but proactive in protecting themselves and their community. Thank you.
Thank you. Jeremy, I don't want to butcher this last name, Chris Costas. All right, Brother Paul. Oh, y'all can do better than that. It's Brother Paul, everybody. Come on now.
Assalamu alaikum, peace and blessings. May God be the glory. I would just want to say this. I'm going to reiterate what other folks are saying. We're at a watershed moment when it comes down to our rights as people. We're under attack. You know, there's 2 things that a slave couldn't control, and he always took control of. It was food and shelter. And the next thing, he had no ability to say no. What's happening to you in your community? You're begging for housing, you're looking for food, and they're taking away your ability to say no. You're being forced back in the form of slavery. You better pay attention. We're here now looking at the fact that these revisions, and anytime you see the word re in our community, there's always something wrong. When they had urban renewal when I was a child, urban renewal meant black removal. They took us out of the community. We've seen rezoning, redistricting. We're seeing the revamping, and we're seeing the rechartering of our rights. Stop it. Stop it. You can't ask somebody to do for you what you need to do for yourself. They're talking about Halloween. I don't want to hear about that. I'm going to vote. I'm with Trump. Fire him. See, you don't understand. We have to learn to stand on our business. The last 24 years of this city has been ran by, I don't care what your party is, Democratic administration sitting in your city offices. I've never seen Republicans so happy with a Democratic administration. The developers rule this city. You're talking, did you see the audacity of those folks to tell you that they already had the right? Well, who did they get it from? What administration's in office? We got to stop playing. It's not a Democrat or Republican, it's what the position they stand on. They have to vote your interests. Stop going for the okey doke. It's time now. No is the appropriate. Don't be a slave. No is an affirmation of self-dignity. Say no. They used to tell you, say no to drugs. Say no to what they're trying to do to steal your rights. Peace. I'll speak again Friday.
And lastly, we have Michelle Mickey. Michelle Mickey. Okay, thank you. So we will be moving on to committee reports. Committee reports. We will be foregoing committee reports that do not include non-voting items, or excuse me, voting items. So if your committee report does not include a voting item, we will be foregoing your report. We will only be hearing reports this evening from Public Safety and Quality of Life, which has one voting item, and the Cannabis Committee, which has two voting items. Public Safety. Okay, I'm going to call quorum in the interim, roll call rather in the interim. Alyssa Abernathy. Deborah Ack. Alfred Adams. Amiria Allen. Shawnee Bell. Nydia Bonifant. Vivian Bright. Alton Brown. Thank you. Charles Bullock. Orissa Cameron. Natasha Cherry Perez. Thank you. Juan Colon. Thank you. Ethel Cooks. Rachel Ellison. Thank you. Dwayne Faison. Miguel Feliciano. Anna Fisher. Wilfredo Florentino, present. Jessica Franco. Present. Dwayne Frankson. Thank you. Odessa Finn. Jabril Gaskin. Aura Goodwin. Thank you. Andrea Granville. Jimmy Giddy. Thomas Hayes. Suzanne Jacobs. Thank you. Ebony Johnson. Amia Johnson. Rocklina Johnson. Grace Jones Roberts. Grace Jones Roberts. Darren Linson. Thank you. Chair Lowman. Andrada Mitchell. Judith Noreen. Kelly Pierre. Thank you. Evelyn Pugh. Alberto Ramos. Thank you. Tanisha Ritter Hudson. Thank you. Wilma Rivera. Abdul Sattar. Albert Scott. Tanae Snuggs. Thank you. Isaiah Thomas. Luz Torres. Thank you. Emily Walker. Monique Wallace. Thank you. Gina Watson. Tanina Wilkerson. Hazel Worley. Madam Chair, we have quorum with 26. Public safety, quality of life.
Mr. Ramos. And after Alberto Ramos, we're gonna have Ms. Monique Wallace.
Good evening. On October 14, our committee, Public Safety, Quality of Life, we did have quorum, and before us came a restaurant called Gustoso Restaurant, 3325 Fulton Street, for renewal. The committee recommends that the board approve the license renewal for Gustoso Restaurant at 3325 Fulton Street to sell beer, wine, cider, and liquor.
So out of committee, you guys approved it?
Yes.
Okay, so I would entertain, well, now that we have quorum, before I entertain anything, we have to approve the minutes. We have to approve the agenda. We need to approve the agenda for October 22nd, 2025, and the agenda is being approved so late because we didn't have quorum. Now we have quorum, and we need to approve the agenda. Okay. Mr. Frankinson and Ms. Rowe Johnson, second and approve. Approve and second by Ms. Rowe Johnson. Any questions? Mr. Frankinson. All in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? No. I also entertain an approval for September 24th, 2025, the minutes.
I make the motion to approve.
Mr. Ramos makes the motion, is second by Ms. Fisher. All in favor? Any opposed? Any questions? We're gonna move on. So now I'll entertain a motion from Mr. Ramos and them for Gusto Restaurant, 3325 Fulton Street, renewal to sell beer, wine, liquor, and cider. The committee approved it. All in favor of that, say aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Any questions? Hearing none, it has been approved. Thank you, Mr. Ramos. Now we have Ms. Monique Wallace, co-chair of Cannabis Committee.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm going to have Roe Johnson just help me up a little bit. It's my first time doing this.
Okay, so on Monday, August 6th, I want to be in the summertime. October 6th, we had a cannabis meeting, and we had two presentations come before us. The first was Hudson Hayes, 303 Fulton Street, new retail dispensary. Oh, no, they didn't.
No, this was,
okay.
Hold on. This was not approved. That was,
Okay. We did not approve that one. And we had Indie Grow at 234 Glenmore Avenue. We approved that one. So if the committee's recommendation was no for Hudson Hayes and yes for Indigo. So let me see something.
So they said, it says that they submitted some of them. I'm not sure though.
Yeah.
So the committee did not approve Hudson Hayes LLC, 3043 Fulton Street as the new retail dispensary. I'm not hearing you.
The information on here is wrong.
The information.
Hudson Hayes never came. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Indigo didn't come. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. So Hudson Hayes, yes. Hudson Hayes was voted The committee's recommendation was against it, with recommendations to come back with a more comprehensive business plan. And the second one that was approved at 234 Glenmore Avenue, that was approved with recommendations to come back with modifications and conditions.
So are we approving it or
No,
not?
we're not approving Hudson Hayes, so if we go one at a time, the committee's recommendation was to not approve Hudson Hayes because the business plan wasn't robust enough.
Okay.
And so the recommendation was to get a more comprehensive business plan to present to the committee. So if we go with that one first, that is not approved.
Okay, so we're gonna have to do a vote. We have to vote both. So I'm going to have the district manager come up. If this has been submitted to you, the committee is saying no. One second, Ms. Perkins is here. So I'm going to let Ms. Perkins speak.
Because it wasn't just educational.
There was a few things.
It was a few things, so.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Melinda Perkins, District Manager for CB5. So just for full clarity, the OCM applicants, they send their information to the district office and we disseminate that information to the appropriate committee. Hudson Hayes submitted their required documents, but the committee was asking questions about educational programming and other things relating to their overall scope of their work. And when they asked about the other things, we submitted those questions back to the ownership and they sent responses and information from the OCM office about educational programming that is not at the responsibility of the owner, but at the responsibility of OCM. So that was also shared with the committee. So all of his documents were submitted as required.
Okay, thank you very much. 1 second.
So, with the required documents, there were still things that the committee asked for that we didn't receive.
So, the committee, do you want to confirm, because the district manager is saying all of the information is in and that the educational part of it is from OCM. So if we want to just go to a vote with this, we got to pose
I
it.
think we can go to a vote. The committee's decision is at stance because it wasn't just educational. Okay. It was the overall business plan was not comprehensive enough and we didn't really get a feel for the business. And so as compared to the other presenter that really gave us a comprehensive and a robust business plan. So we can go to a vote, that's fine. If the educational portion, if what was submitted is that the educational portion is supposed to come from OCM and that's not the potential proprietor's responsibility and that's their stand, then the body can take that into account as we consider the vote.
Okay. So we're going to do a roll call vote. Actually, no, because we're doing board business right now. Can I
That
ask
is
you,
not why we.
can I ask you,
Incorrect.
what are you talking about?
That information is incorrect.
Wait, who would that be that you're talking about?
That's incorrect. He's not a board member.
But you wouldn't know that if you don't work in this office. We don't go on hearsay and no disrespect, right? Wait, no disrespect to you, but to accuse this office of doing something illegal and wrongdoing, I take offense to that. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your statement. Thank you for your statement. But we have board business now, and we're going to do a roll call vote on your business, and then we'll do the next one. The district manager came up, and she gave clarity that you brought all your information in, and that the educational part was from OCM. That's not on you. And I think, in all fairness to the office, they gave you a one-up, letting the community know, letting the community know that you did abide by all of the information that you were supposed to. The process is still going to be the same. We have to do a vote. The process doesn't change. Ms. Perkins, when is the application, the timeline for this gentleman?
She said she was trying to.
Is it up? His application, the timeline, do we still have time to have him come back?
She said this one.
So I would ask that we table this one. We need to table it until the next meeting. Let it go back to committee, because we just got clarity today about your information coming back. And in all fairness, it needs to go back to the committee.
I'm a minority just like you. I'm paying $5,000 a month every month out of pocket. I'm a minority just like you. I'm a minority.
I'm not understanding your questioning. But that's not the community. That's not the community board's problem. We're tabling your application. No disrespect. We're tabling that application. If it's going to go back to committee, we will be more prepared next month, because the information that we just got tonight.
It's my color, right? It's my color. It's because I'm Hispanic, right? That's because I'm Hispanic.
Can I
Hold
just
on
say,
a second.
Can I just say this? Let me just say this.
We're gonna
this committee has only approved, okay, and this is why it was voted down in committee. Because all we heard about was how much money somebody spent and not what was going to be happening for the community. And when we talk about cannabis, this is a community that has been disproportionately affected and criminalized by cannabis. And we want to make sure when we vote yes, we voted yes on one cannabis dispensary. Unfortunately, the only two that have come to East New York circumnavigated the committee. We've only voted yes on one. So when he says it's because he's Hispanic, it's not true, because the one we voted on was a Latino gentleman. But he presented us with a plan.
Thank you, Ms. Johnson. We're going to table
Hudson Hayes
LLC, 3043 Fulton Street, the new retail dispensary. He just got me. My mind is blown by the whole thing about the color of his skin. I don't think he looked and saw what this room is full of. You know, with that being said,
That was an inappropriate statement, and also a statement that that the Cannabis Committee gave preference to someone who was a board member. That information is absolutely incorrect. I don't know who he was getting his information from, but that is very disrespectful and is incorrect information.
it's disrespectful to the committee, and it's disrespectful to this entire board. You know, and it's a waste of our time, because at the end of the day, we thrive on transparency and doing the right thing. Okay?
Chair?
So with that being said, I want us to move to the next item. It's 8:48, and I know
All right.
people are looking at their watch and want to get out of here now that we have quorum. So the second item was Indigro LLC, 234 Gilmore Avenue, and the committee approved it.
We approved that. It was a very comprehensive business plan with a lot of community engagement and integration and involvement.
Was there any stipulations with that?
No stipulations. I think
Okay.
that was just one.
So with that being said, I entertain a motion to accept the committee's approval to approve this new dispensary at 234 Glenmore Avenue. I entertain a motion.
So moved.
Who said yes?
Oh, I did.
Oh, okay.
I make a motion.
Mr. Wilfredo makes the motion. Is anybody second it? Second by Mr. Ramos. Any questions? Brother Paul.
What is that a dispensary of growth? I live up here with that building. I know how big it is. What is actually going on?
It's a dispensary.
It's a dispensary. It's a grow to dispensary, but it's not. There's not going to be customers on site. It's going to be delivery, and it's a grow facility and a retail facility.
So it's a grow and a retail.
Yes,
But they'll be selling to other businesses.
but they'll be selling. It's more business to business.
Okay, Ms. Jacobs.
Commerce, honestly, like it's legal now, and we've been disproportionately criminalized for it. People are making a fortune off of it. So if there's a legal market, we can get rid of the illegal market. Like we can't get rid of the illegal market if there's no at least one legal dispensary. Well, just put it like this. Just put it like this. Just put it. I hear you. And what I'm saying is this is a billion-dollar industry that we are not invested in. And we are not getting any money in. And it's profiting off of us.
Wait, Miss, we need to vote.
Okay, we
2
still
seconds.
need to vote.
We need to vote.
It's profiting off of us, but we're not getting any profit out of it. So I see what you're saying, and I think it's a personal choice, just like I don't drink. So, but there's a liquor store on every corner. There's a bar on every corner.
So, any questions from board members? If not, we're going to go to a roll vote. Okay, so we're going to go to a roll vote. We can just do a consensus vote. All in favor of approving the Indigro LLC 234 Glenmore as a new retail dispensary, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Wait. Amiria opposed. Natasha Cherry Perez opposed. Aura Goodwin opposed. Suzanne Jacob opposed. Alton Brown opposed. Any abstentions? Ms. Ethel Cook. Okay, with that being said, the motion passes. Say that again. No. Okay, so congratulations, Mr. Mena. Congratulations. Okay, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for sticking around for this vote. It's 8:53. We're gonna forego any committee. We're gonna forego any committee reports. Old business, new business. I will entertain a motion to close. Roll. Second by Jessica. All in favor? Good night. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.